Simulation theory, you know about it, of course you do. But what if it's true? What if everything is a lie? Everything illusion?
Okay, so I'm hoping that a lot of people remember the Brawl Stars is a simulation that takes place in the park's visitor's dream, and honestly that is a really good theory. Even Game Theory made a video about it, everyone accepted as correct, including me at the time. But now when I think about it, I don't think it makes much sense. Why we thought it was correct was because the WKBRL livestream telling people to keep sleeping, fighting, and that they should start to get 10 gems. It felt like they were trying to keep people asleep the whole time, and that they walked around the park in a trance-like state, working out, sleeping, eating, doing their duty with their eyes closed like in the investor video. But we're here to talk about why this theory is wrong, so watch me respectfully tear this theory down. Here we go. Number one mistake we made was that we assumed that the park in the investor video was a real park. What do I mean by this? Let me explain. The video starts with a shot of a miniature model of the park like if it was real, and suddenly it moves to the real-sized, quote-unquote, real-sized park. But when the host hits the model with his pointer, the pointer is visible right behind him. So he is a miniature model for a bigger version of him outside the model, and that bigger version of him is also a miniature model for an even bigger version of him, and so on. This is why the host referred to the inanimate models as children. He himself is a miniature model. People in the background are frozen because they are still inanimate models. People walk around with their eyes closed because they didn't have their eyes painted. Also, the designs that got stamped as rejected are present in this park. If they're rejected, why are they built? It's because it's a miniature model. This whole commercial is filmed inside a miniature model that has been brought to life with the gem so that the investors don't see the actual park. We used to separate the in-game park and the investor video version of the park as simulation park and the physical park. Now there isn't two parks, which leaves the in-game park to be the physical park. Number 2. We kept assuming that everyone was always asleep because of the investor video and the people walking around with their eyes closed in the video, and we thought that the WKBRL livestream was manipulating the dream simulations with what it says because stuff like,
I feel safe, and I feel like destroying a safe, all at the same time.
and
If the next radio music hour doesn't make you want to fight and respawn, then your behavior is unacceptable.
felt like it was meant to be a message for the people dreaming battle simulations. But now after the CCTV RG, we know that it's something that gems can actually do, and fighting is like an attraction in the park now that they have been discovered. Series lost relevance because of it in the first place, so it's not weird for them to talk about fighting and respawning. I think by now you probably get where I'm coming from, but you might still have some questions like, then why did the ranter in the WKBRL livestream talk about being in a simulation? Why are they trying to make them forget the unusual stuff that they saw if it was real and not a simulation they want them to forget? Why were they advertising a medicine that cures a condition called awakenings? First things first about the ranter, I'm not going to argue that he knows a lot, he does know a lot, that's why Starr Park had to interfere at the end of his speech in the first place, but he is obviously mentally unstable. Some things that he said might have been true, like him saying that they have weaponized spaghetti, which turned out to be true, and about Nanostar, but we can't accept everything he says like it was an ancient prophecy that is destined to be real. He literally talks about penguins being devious creatures and that they were in an alliance with interdimensional birds, and I don't remember any clues being mentioned about that anywhere.
Rhinoceroses never existed!
My explanation about the rest is in one word: trauma. In the tape recordings from Sirius's ARG, we heard this conversation.
But this one is scary.
I spent today battling a vampy and a mummy. I think I can take a little bedtime story.
And don't you agree? This sounds so messed up coming from a child. It sounds like it's something she does every day and that she feels like it's normal. And I remind you, Jessie was born outside of Starr Park because Nori is specifically mentioned to be the first person to be born in Starr Park. And this is what I think the lines like this is about. Have a listen.
We should celebrate, but we should not trust ourselves. We should not believe that what we think we see is in fact what is. Have our eyes not failed us in the past? Have we not seen bats fly out of shovels? Have our ears not failed us in the past? Have we not heard laughter when no one was laughing? And so, listener, which of our senses can be trusted? Which of our thoughts can be believed, which story that we tell ourselves can be regarded as truth.
It sounds like to me that they are trying to gaslight the people about the traumatic things that they have experienced in the past and brushing them off like you're seeing things silly. I think the radio's purpose is comforting the people who are traumatized and keeping them functioning. Reminders go to sleep, don't forget to eat, and Kairos team's workout part is exactly about this. If this is not enough for the people, they even have medication treatment for the post-traumatic stress disorder, aka PTSD.
Do you find yourself questioning your station in life? Having flashes of another plane of existence?
This could be a reference to the PTSD symptom flashbacks, and in this case they are calling it another plane of existence because they want them to not acknowledge the incidents as real.
Experiencing occasional bouts of sudden realness.
This one could be a reference to the derealization symptom where the person feels like they are not real and feel like if they are watching the world from an outside perspective.
If you're suffering from these things or more, you may be experiencing a rare but serious condition called awakenings.
And of course they had to call it awakenings. They wouldn't say PTSD because where is the fun in that? We could figure out way too easily.
These temporal existential interferences disrupt your permitted activities and threaten your permanence. But now there's help. Introducing Please Stop. Please Stop is the only hourly pill perfectly engineered to quell awakenings. Just one pill an hour keeps these disruptions where they belong.
They even try to force people into being and or looking happy, but I don't really think it would work against trauma, I'm gonna be honest.
This is your reminder to smile. This is your smile reminder. Smile, 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 smile. There, that's better.
What are you doing? Are you crying? You are? Well, it's okay to cry, as long as they're tears of joy. Okay, stop joying all over the radio. Just stop. Stop it. I said stop joying. Wait, what am I saying? Keep joying. There's nothing wrong with joying. I'm joying right now, and so are you. WKBRL.
I hope I could provide enough evidence to prove my point without overwhelming with too many details and gave you a satisfying theory. Please let me know what you think about the points I made in the video and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next videos. Take care.